What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den, and tonight it's Friday night, so you know what that means. It's time for the RevX Wrestling Review. I'm your co-host Budafire. With me always, co-host MJ Hat, and man, this week was at least better than last week.
Slightly, slightly. I still this SmackDown. I am so behind on all this backstage work that just isn't getting anybody over. It isn't going nowhere. It's just literally filler. This is what I was afraid of when we approached that 3-hour SmackDown time frame. I Yes, there's more opportunities for more matches, which is muy great, but it they're doing that too. I don't want to say they're not because let's face it, we had 6 matches on tonight's card, 8 on last week, 7 on last week's.
7.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I was 6 and 7, 6, 7.
Oh my!
But yeah, I've been doing that. The whole thing is, and
Lost
let's
my
be serious.
headset.
How many matches did Raw? How many matches did Raw have? 3,
This week,
3.
5.
I mean, 5 this week. Okay, so that's unusual. That's kind of high.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. There's quite a few things we have to discuss. Let's open this out full blast and let's go straight into Raw in Cleveland, Ohio. Becky Lynch opened the show after a backstage segment of CM Punk and AJ Lee. Becky sees AJ Lee like a little scalded schoolgirl in the hallway. I believe this is backlash to TKO Greed. Well, and we'll get there. Just hang tight, Dark Tree. I got you. Becky Lynch opens the show talking about AJ Lee. Lee then comes out, and they make a Women's Intercontinental Championship match at Elimination Chamber. That is a good match. People are going to want to see that match. It's AJ Lee in her first singles match back since 2014.
It's been like 10,
right?
11 years.
10, 11.
It's
I can get behind that. Do you think AJ will lose? Or I'm sorry, do you think Becky will lose her title
Yes.
to AJ Lee? Or is that yes, okay. So you think the face is going to prevail at Elimination Chamber?
I think that's the only reason AJ even came back. Well, she was guaranteed a title somewhere or another. They make it with Becky Lynch. Perfect way to go about it. A seasoned veteran with a seasoned veteran. I mean,
Sure.
not a bad shtick there.
So the first match on the card tonight, it was the tag team championships. It was the Usos taking on the Alpha Academy, and the Alpha Academy, oh my God, they shined during this match, did they not? Was better than anything from last week, in Buddha's words. These two teams put on a clinic, vying for the tag team titles. Alpha Academy proved they belong in the hunt, but the Usos showed just why they are the greatest tag team with a 1D on Otis. Dark Tree thinks Becky's going to win and storyline continues till Mania. That's a possibility.
That is a
And
possibility.
I got to be inclined to agree. But we'll get there. 1D on Otis for the 1, 2, 3. They are asked after the match what's next, and Jimmy tells Jay to
Rage?
become main event Jay Uso again. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. What's up, Rage? Welcome in, buddy. Thank you for being on both channels. You're a freaking legend. So
What's up, Royal?
Jimmy and Jay. Royal, good to see you, my dude. There's a lot there. I've got to say that Jay has lost his way. And Jimmy being in his corner, sure, let's say Jay goes and he goes to Mania via winning chamber, which I doubt, mind you. That's Cody's gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do they do the tag team titles too? Does Jay pull double duty that night, or do they pass the titles off to somebody else?
Who'd they pass them off to?
Alpha Academy. I mean, why not? I know, but what teams are on Raw that are worth a damn? There you go.
Jeopardy music plays, and at the end of the time, I still have no answer.
I see. I got you.
Cheers.
Yeah, Dark Tree's right there with us and saying not really anybody. I don't know. Liv Morgan comes out, says both champions are scared of her. They're not. Stephanie Vaquer comes out. Her and Dominic get into a Spanish argument, which, because I was late watching Raw this week, I didn't get to watch it till Thursday. It was subtitled for me, and I love that. That was great. That was great. Um, Basically, Stephanie tells Liv she hopes she picks her so she can whoop her ass. Liv calls her a puta, and Stephanie slaps Dom. Dumb segment overall. Yeah, you're not wrong. Um, Match number 2 was the Elimination Chamber Triple Threat Qualifier for the women. This was Rhea Ripley taking on Lyra Valkyria, taking on Ivy Nile. I've got to tell you, when I was watching this back, Ivy Nile looked really good in this match. What do you think?
Ivy Nile looked really good in this match. I'm glad to see her finally getting some type of nod, I guess, so to speak. Like she's been on the main roster for years. I don't know if I'd say push, but at least a nod. But she's been on the main roster for a long time, and they're trying to get her to go more feminine. If you didn't notice the hair and stuff like that, and you know, it was nice to see her actually get to shine in a match like that, especially with it being a triple threat.
The engineering with the microscape redeem. Thank you, C. Dark Tree says, "Oh my God, that was so funny. The slap heard around the world. Yeah, it was pretty hard.
It was.
Puta fi. Let's this match was a little rough at times to watch. Even though all three women got a chance to shine, they fucked up a lot of spots. In the end, Rhea hits Riptide on Valkyria for the victory. And I had put in here, let's talk about Nile, but we just did. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I thought she looked really good too. She needs that feminine to appeal to the audience.
I agree.
The braided look just wasn't for her. I think it made her look too. I don't want to say this without being mean, but it made her look too much like a dude.
It did.
So, but Ivy Nile, I wish you the best. I hope. Yeah. Goodness. Sorry, I got a fussy baby, guys, so bear with me here. Backstage segment with the Judgment Day. Mysterio tells Balor that his window with Punk was closed. Balor says he's tired of being overlooked. More to come. That's a good mindset from Finn Balor. I like where he went. I like what happened here, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Speaking of, goodness. Hold on. I'm sorry. This has made it really hard to do these things. I'm just going to tell you. Backstage, Michael Cole goes to interview CM Punk, but Finn Balor takes over and challenges CM Punk to a match at Chamber for the title. Adam Pearce comes out screaming, "No, no, no. That's not how we do things. You don't get to demand things. Yada, 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 yada." And, ooh, goodness.
Well, babe.
Okay, we're good. Another burp. Oh, no. Oh, no. CM Punk's music hits. He comes out and says, "If you want it, come get it." And then Pierce makes it official, even though he doesn't want to. Balor leaves and Punk tells Cole he can go on with the interview. Cole asks Punk why he would jeopardize the main event of Mania. Punk says, "I'm a fighting champion and he will defend it every single night if he has to." Buddha, what do you think, man?
Which part? Finn getting his title shot or Punk fighting being a fighting champion?
Both, because these are both different points and both need discussion.
Well, we needed more matches for Elimination Chamber, minus the 2 Elimination Chamber matches, so this was a solid way to set that up.
Sure.
Finn's mic work is actually pretty solid right now. The whole "I'm getting disrespected and I'm sick and tired of it" thing is working really well for him. I know that no matter what, CM Punk wins this match, but you know, it's at least a good filler for that event. As far as CM Punk being a fighting champion, I mean, he's not denied or backed out or backed down from any challenger so far. So he's not right. You know, they're trying to build him as like an ultimate face. I don't know if you're ever going to see CM Punk as like an ultimate face. However, this run of his right now is actually pretty solid, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's as close as it can get to it, isn't it? So, let's see here. Backstage segment with Pierce and the Vision. FAFO. Um, there's just so much. The third match was a singles match. It was Natty taking on Maxine Dupree. This match lasted about 30 seconds. I don't know if we can even call it a real match because after they went outside, it was a double count out, and folks were this was just a beatdown, man. AJ came out and bailed Maxine out of this pretty much. Natty backed off, but the moment Natty did,
True, Dark Tree.
Dark Tree says filler. Yeah, 100%. This was filler. Although this does sweeten the AJ Lee and Becky Lynch feud. I think the end there where Becky came out and still attacked AJ while she was helping Maxine, I think that does nothing but help the build. So that's okay. That's okay. And some of this airtime, it's going to be filler. And that's all right. It's just part of it.
Be right back.
When are they going to hire someone? Yeah, you're good. When are they going to hire someone who can wrestle to be a women's champion? Listen, tonight's match wasn't that bad. Speaking of Jordan Grace, but we'll get there. It wasn't great, Caledon, but it was decent. Like, I didn't believe she had a chance to win, but Jordan Grace would be a better champion than Jade Cargill. Also, Tiffany Stratton was not a bad champion either. I was fully behind Tiffany. I loves Jordan. Yeah, a lot of people do. Although she's a beast, isn't she? She's all bulked up and whatnot. She's like, rawr. Let's see. Next up, we got an LA Knight promo. We're still on the Raw portion of the show, so you're still early. LA Knight promo was good. Great mic work. Match number 4 was Los Americanos versus Javon Evans and his mystery partner, the original El Grande Americano. Yeah, Caledon, I get it, man. I get it. I can't say that. I'm a married man, so, I know you understand. Let's see. This was very fast-paced. Javon Evans is just wild to watch because he's so bouncy. The finish saw Evans hit Uno with an OG cutter. I lost my place. From the other side of the ring, which allowed El Grande Americano to hit Bravo with the flying headbutt to pick up the victory. The other Grande attacked after the match, but was almost unmasked. You've only rubbed it raw. Not already. Calm down. Come on, Butter Pecan. You know better. No, in all seriousness, I'm ready for Ludwig Kaiser to come out from fake Americano's mask. When Chad Gable went to pull it off, I was happy about that. I thought, okay, cool, we're going to get it. Because it's Pete Dunne and, what's the other one? Who's the other guy under the mask? Buddha would know. I'll ask him when he gets back. Let's see. Then we got a Penta vignette. Boring. Gunther interview. Boring. Elimination Chamber qualifier was announced for next week. It's Gunther versus Javon Evans versus Dominic Mysterio. These kids are going to get their ass whipped. Gunther's going to dominate that. Match number 5 and the final match of the evening for Raw was the Elimination Chamber qualifier triple threat for the men. It was L.A. Knight, versus Austin Theory taking on Penta. Zero Miedo. This match was arguably the best match of the night, as all 3 men put their effort in to make this match work. The finish seen Theory get attacked by the masked man and thrown back in the ring, where Knight takes advantage and hits the BFT for the win. Buddha typed this, just so everybody knows, so I'm going to finish this out. And yes, Dark Tree, full on agree. Overall solid event tonight. Way better than garbage we got last week. Buddha says a 3. I'm going to say a 3 as well. It was very average, nothing to write home about. Nothing too great, nothing too horrible, but exactly what you'd expect from a early in the road to WrestleMania show. So, I don't know, man. Buddha, let me ask you, LA Knight picking up the win here. What did you think about him making his way to the chamber?
I think the best men in that match won. Definitely going to say that. All 3 of them. Actually, this was a solid match for a main event for a Raw, and I thought everybody, had their cues good. We're still trying to figure out who the masked man is. So,
I'm still calling Seth. I'm still saying Seth.
I'm tempted to go with what they're saying on the internet and Grayson Waller.
Maybe. There are 4 lights, but that's only a 3 streak. What do you mean 4 lights? That's only 3. Masked Man is AP. Who's AP? Who's AP? Who's AP, Dark Tree?
Who's AP?
Who's AP? I'm curious as your thoughts. I mean, stage is open. Don't
It
forget
can't be
that.
Austin Theory because, well, he was out there when the match.
Oh, Adam Pierce. Adam Pierce. That's a possibility. That is something I've seen tossed around.
I highly doubt
We
that.
don't know, man. Could be. This whole FAFO thing, man. There are foreskins. This is true.
That's true.
Or at least there used to be. I don't know. We'll not get into that. Take us into the news, Cuzzo.
So Braun Breaker is out with a hernia injury, like they went over a few times on Raw. He's had surgery on it. From what Paul Heyman said, it was enough to where it could be a career-ending injury. It's not going to be for Braun, but for some people it actually could be. So I'm having to think it was a serious hernia. And it was just from flipping the table, the announcer's table.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. They keep talking about a new GM. This would be perfect to segue. You're not wrong, Dark Tree, and I have to agree with him, man. I've seen that on the internet. Do I believe it? No, but I have seen it online being discussed. So
let's touch on this next little bit of wrestling news for a minute, okay? Wasn't a week and a half ago that we were on this program and we were talking about Tommaso Ciampa winning a title in AEW. And how we thought it was such a good thing because...
Wait. Caledon, are you with us still? Because this is right up your alley, dude. You're our AEW fan here. What did you think about... then he lost, yes.
Exactly.
What did you think?
He lost.
What did you think about Tommaso Ciampa already losing the TNT title? Just curious.
Yeah,
because I think it's a bunch of shit. That's just me. Buddha, what about you, man?
Is it? We're going to guarantee you a championship if you come sign with us, but we're not going to tell you how long you're going to keep it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, honestly and truthfully, the way they played it for the last 2 weeks, there was no reason to take it off of Mark Briscoe. He was doing just fine as the champion.
No, again, I'm with you. The idea is, we'll give you a title for a week. Thank you, Butterpecan. There are foreskins. From what I heard, it is... Yeah, okay. He's going to be in the mix for another time. They hot potatoed it. Well, and sometimes they do that. So, you are one of our AEW specialists here, and that's the reason I called you out. If you're saying it's not necessarily a bad thing, then I'm going to roll with it. And, that's just where we're at. If they do put him in another title picture, I can't wait to see what he can do over there because it's a much more chill environment for his craft. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. It does. But with that, guys, let's move on to SmackDown. SmackDown came to us from Dallas, Texas. If you remember, it's on Sci-Fi this week and next week because of the Olympics. Standard opening of walk-ins. Tiffany Stratton is our opening segment, interrupted by Nia Jackson Lash Legend, who is then interrupted by the tag champs Rio. Nothing gained, nothing missed.
Yeah, this was a shit segment.
It does lead us into match number 1, which was the women's tag team title match. Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky defending against Nia Jackson Lash Legend. This match started like every other tag match ever had. Hat found himself thinking, God, Nia, don't hurt no one. The ref ended up calling for a DQ bell as he lost control. Nia ends up going through a table, lashing Rhea through the barricade. Chaos ensues. And what did you think about this opening match?
Honestly, man, it had potential, but anytime Nia Jax is in the ring, and I have to be very clear on this, I'm expecting someone to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
She is a shit wrestler, much like Jade Cargill. And yes, I said that out loud. Clip that if you'd like. The sidekick needs to go. Lash Legend, Dark Tree, is the best part of the duo. Nia Jax is the one who needs to go.
Agreed.
Like just and I'm not saying Lash Legend is good by any means. She's not, but she's the better of the two. Yeah.
JC is garbage.
Jade Cargill.
Okay.
And yes, she is.
She is.
She is.
What
about you? What did you think? Because you didn't
I
say.
thought it was good for an opening. You know, you want some kind of a little bit of a banger, so somebody going through a table, somebody going through the barricade. It's a good way to open up chaos on a show.
Sure.
All in all, though, I wish there would have been a clear winner in this match instead of a DQ.
Yeah, I don't like it when title matches end up in disqualifications or countouts. That's just dumb. And it's ref stoppage over what? He lost control?
Yeah.
How many tag matches have we lost control over in all these years that weren't ref stoppage?
Yeah. Some dumb shit they're pulling these days, guys. We get a Cody interview after that. Everyone is watching and waiting. Let me stay centered, he says. He says he
specifically called out. He specifically called out the reviewers, the streamers that reviewed after the show. So, looking back at you, Cody. Not that you'll ever hear this.
Yeah, but just know we support you.
Yeah.
Seems like we keep getting more and more DQs. It is boring and keeping the ratings down. I agree with you, Dark Tree.
No,
Carmelo Hayes backstage segment. Miz is stupid. Good for Cardona and Apollo Crews. Then we get Aleister Black and Zelina Chamber vignette. Then we get Melo talking about the open challenge in the ring. Announces Chamber entry. Says, Illa, let's go, bet. Jesus, I hate that word.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how he said it.
Right, but I hate that. Cody is no Dusty and never will be. No, you're right, he's not. But Cody has cemented himself as a champion and as the overall top guy. Even though he is Dusty's son.
Cena, bro. He is the new Cena.
He is the new Cena. Like, there's no way around that. Is he ever going to have the fame that his dad had? Probably not. However, he's got his own fame. He's doing his own thing, and it's working really well for him.
Yeah. I like Cody. I mean, I don't mean to disagree with you, Dark Tree, because, again, you and I can both agree to disagree here. I like Cody Rhodes. I think what he did in the Indies was great. I think what he did in AEW was great. And I think now that he's back in WWE, he's on top of his world. So he took this shit gimmick and he turned it around and he turned it into the American Nightmare, son of the American Dream. So why not? Why not? Miro and Black come back and in the same space in WWE, Ciampa and Andre in high profile roles. You know, that would actually be cool. That would be cool.
It would be. Okay. So next we get the U.S. title match, Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov. Never mind. Solo interrupts before we can even get started. The MFTs begin whooping the shit out of Melo and Ilya. Cardona and Cruz attempt to make the save, and then Shinsuke music hits. Everyone's going to blows. Nick Aldis comes out and makes a 5-on-5 match for the big state of Texas. I know he put that in there like a dumbass, but
a Texas 10-man.
There we go. Texas 10-man. That's what it was.
Tag.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So the real match number 2. Go ahead.
Let me respond to the chat here. Dark Tree says, "Oh no, I like Cody. I just wish he would stop being something he isn't and just start being himself enough to gimmick storylines." Dark Tree, they're not going to quit the gimmicks that makes money.
Yeah.
Cody is a marketing creation, as Caladon went to go on, and he's got paint by numbers matches worse than Roman Reigns. Yes.
Agreed.
Yes to both of those things.
Agreed.
Yes to both of those things.
No doubt about it, man. But again, he plays the part well. He does everything that they want him to do, and then some. So I mean, the man is self-made. Even without the Rhodes name, he is self-made. I'm sorry to say that, but like, if his name was Cody Turner, and he's still done the shit that he does today, he would still be self-made. He does look great in a suit. I don't know, man.
He does look great in a suit. Good point, Caladon.
All right, so let's get to real match number 2. You got Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, Apollo Crews, Matt Cardona, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus the MFTs. This match felt like a slop thrown together, hard to get behind a generic-ass storyline. That is very true. The best two things
Yeah,
out
I'm
of these
sorry
10
for
men...
wording it that way.
No, it's good. The best two things out of these 10 men is the MFTs abandoning Solo last week, another Hayes dragging off tease. Every man got their 2 minutes, per the usual. A lot of good back and forth. The match ended with a Samoan spike into a cutthroat. Stupid name. The Wyatts appear in the crowd to mess with the MFTs. Guys, this was just a match that was kind of thrown together. The MFTs get the victory. The faces look good in trying to keep themselves up. They done a lot of work in this match for the MFTs to look strong. But in the end, MFTs are able to stand tall there. Let's see. Yeah, Apollo Crews still has a job. Up until like last week, nobody had seen him for like God and ever. And then he shows up
Ain't
last
that
week in the
true?
backstage like segment, and then this week he's back on TV wrestling. So I mean, I guess you just sit back and chill, wait for your moment, and it comes, right?
I mean, when they need 10 men, Apollo Crews is number 10.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Caldon says Apollo Crews has done nothing of note but making sure the catering is swept up at the end of the night. Again, absolutely true. Like, you don't see the man for nothing for months, and then magically he's back on TV in a 10-man tag. Alexa and Flair Royal Rumble video. Go ahead.
I got to wonder if he has a new contract or if this is just like a one-off.
Could be a one-off. But I don't know if they would show him last week and this week, too. And then everybody's starting to lay claim to the U.S. title, too. So, I mean, we could get some good matches out of this. Just saying.
Hey, maybe he's honed his craft a little bit.
Tamina stayed employed for years, and she's still employed. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I actually just seen something on the internet the other day about her, about how she's been employed for so long, but not been on TV in so long. So that's just crazy, Caldon, that you'd bring that up. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. We get Alexa and Flair Royal Rumble video highlighting Bliss's elimination. And we get a Bliss Flair segment in the back. Flair actually says, "I'm gonna woo you."
Listen.
Just fucking
listen.
Take your fake ass body and go on. No, I didn't see that.
Did you? Let me explain. Because Alexa's pissed off. Charlotte rolls up with a signed autograph picture of herself in the Royal Rumble, mind you. Because that's what she does. And then she also gave her black roses, and she said, "I'm going out to be at your corner tonight." And she said, "Do you know why?" Alexa goes, "Why?" And she said, "Because I'm gonna woo you." Get it? Oh my god.
Gay.
Oh my god. Horrible writing. Alexa Bliss, yes. I can't argue with that, Caledon. I am a Bliss maniac. So, yes.
He's a simp. Don't let him Bliss maniac my ass. He's a fucking simp. Like, let's just call bygones where bygones are at, and he's a simp.
Hey.
Next week we get Damian Priest versus Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams in an Elimination Chamber qualifier. Kit Wilson comes in backstage with a shit poem about Nick being toxic. R-Truth poems him right back. Another shit segment. Fire Kit Wilson. Yeah, he's doing he's doing nothing, guys. Like his theme music is the only thing he's got going for him. Like, seriously.
Oh, R3. You're saying Trick. Listen, I gotta tell you, you're not gonna like this next segment. I'm so sorry in advance. Go ahead, Buddha. Go ahead.
Match 3 is the Elimination Chamber qualifier. It's Alexa Bliss versus Zelina versus Giulia. I don't even want to read your results because I disagree wholly, but this was a good match. All three women had decent spots. Giulia is awful, period. That's an understatement. Alexa hits Sister Abigail on Zelina for the win. Okay, let me just say this.
Yeah, there's a reason.
This was not a good match. This was a shit match. Giulia does not need to be involved anywhere in WWE. 1, she sucks in the ring. 2, she won't learn English for shit. 3, they put her with somebody even dumber than she is in Kiana James. 4, I don't even know where I want to go with this anymore. Like, there's no reason for her to be there. She's doing nothing for the U.S. title except holding it. She's doing nothing for herself as far as trying to get over or under with the crowd because she refuses to learn English. Like Stephanie Vaquer
Sure.
barely knew English language, and she's learned it pretty damn good.
Sure.
I don't see what they see behind her. I've got nothing for her. I think that next budget cuts, she needs to be like first one out the door. Really.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, Dark Tree. It was completely boring.
I can agree with that. Send her ass packing.
Exactly.
Hey, there you go.
Exactly.
You go.
Thank you.
Support of the
Thank
people.
You. We get a Tiffany Stratton, Jordan Grace, Chelsea Green segment in the back, which was completely the funniest part to that is Chelsea Green's in a fucking wheelchair with her foot propped up. That's just great.
Wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
Trick Williams makes his way to the ring, hates on Sami Zayn a bit, and says he has a message for Phoenix. He ain't laying down for nobody. And then Phoenix music hits. So that leads us into match 4, which was Trick Williams versus Rey Fenix. Honestly, this is a who cares match of the night. Not bad, but not that good. Wasn't as bad as Jillia or Nia. I said what I said. Phoenix was better than Trick here, or maybe Hat isn't a Trick Williams fan. Maybe.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Maybe,
Dark
guys.
Tree, you know I love you, dude. You know I love you, dude. But the fact of the matter is I cannot stand Trick Williams. Somebody needs to whoop that Trick. And no, that's not a pun. I just mean it. Sorry, continue.
Let's see. Let's talk about end scene. Trick hit the trick shot on Phoenix for the win. Hat, you don't like Trick?
I don't. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so
Listen.
just being honest. Give me an honest answer to this. Why do you not like Trick Williams?
Hey, I don't like his heel work. I think he would do better if he was trying to, well, and I don't want to say I want to see him as a face because I don't know that I do. What I really would like to see is Trick Williams maybe dial it either more intense or back quite a bit. He's not at the right spot for me to consider him a good heel. Does that make sense?
I think he done better as a face. Like, if you go back and you look at his face run was so much better. Like, especially with, the crowd chanting it, chanting his music and everything else. It makes really good if he's a face and he's eating into that, Like, he still tries to do it while playing a heel character, and honestly and truthfully, I don't see it really working for him.
I agree wholeheartedly.
We get a Rio backstage segment. Giglio's tore up, and here comes Jade Cargill walking up. Goes, also stupid. SmackDown is struggling bad with backstage segments, and they really are. Like, it's just like little 15 to 20 second little puns that they, just throw together.
Yeah, a little writing there wouldn't have hurt our WWE Women's Champion. Just saying.
Agreed.
Not that anything is good for her right now, because it's not. I hope she broke her arm. Continue.
We get a Jordan Grace, Jade Cargill vignette that leads us into match number 5, which was for the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill finally, after 100+ days, guys, finally defending the title against Jordan Grace. Liv Morgan and Dom immediately crashes this match with a table dinner date, which was hilarious. I'm sorry. That was funny ass writing. Okay? That was funny ass writing.
Yes.
I lost my
Morgan,
place.
I'm behind. Great heel.
Yeah, great heel. Yes. Grace was in charge of the match for the ongoings of the early part. Because Grace can actually wrestle, whereas to Jade Cargill, never mind, you get the idea, right? Honestly, decent matchup, reversal after reversal, several 1-2-0s. They were fairly matched. The ending saw Jade Cargill retain with via Jaded with only one arm, which that was kind of impressive. Jade immediately goes to Miv and says, if you challenge me at Mania, it's your ass. So, I mean, honestly and truthfully, both women's champions have kind of told her the same thing. It's your ass.
Yeah. They gonna whoop her. That's what they say. But it's Liv Morgan, lurking and scraping. Thank you, Jim Pie. But yeah, man.
Like, they don't know who they're fucking with. Neither one of these know what Liv Morgan can do when she's actually in full character.
Liv Morgan is one of the, if not, like, she's up there. I'm not going to call her the greatest, but she's top 10 women in the company right now, maybe even top 5. So
If Caledon's still
have,
around, he'll get a kick out of this. To touch on Dark Trees, JC needs to go. She is not it. They thought it was. She done a lot better in AEW as far as being booked. She only lost like 2 matches in AEW and was booked to be a strong champion and was actually honing her craft. What's hurt her is she's been champion for 100+ days, and this was the first time she defended that title.
let me ask you. Speaking of missing women and solid booking, can we talk about
I agree,
Bianca
Caledon.
Belair?
That's exactly why I decided to pull you on that, because I knew you would agree with me.
Bianca Belair should be back by now, right? And that's Jade Cargill's weakness. Like, it has to be.
In Dark Tree, Joe Hendry right now is the current NXT champion. So, but another year or so, and I see that comment being completely logical.
To answer Aspie in chat, both. Jade Cargill, not only she doesn't really look the part of a mainstay WWE champion, but she also doesn't act the part. She doesn't defend her title, and that may not be her fault. That's her booking. She doesn't do decent mic work, and she should be able to do that. The best thing she had was last week, and what was it? Cause I am that bitch. That's what she said. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, that's been her shtick the
It-
whole fucking time. So
Yeah, but dude, that's like mid 2000s. That's old as shit.
I agree. Let's go to a funny segment in the back. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae segment into Fraxium and Motor City Machine Gun segment. Laughing at Gargano because he's lost everything, has nothing left. Even tells Candice he has nothing left, and that's his wife. MFT stroll through, and the Wyatts have left something on their locker room door. A picture of Solo's head on a platter.
Sure.
Then we get a Nick Aldis, Obafemi, Kit Wilson poetry segment, which was stupid. But next week, however, we get Obafemi versus Kit Wilson, and that's going to be great. Let's go ahead.
We got that
I wish we had a tombstone right here that we could just kind of pop up in the middle of us that had Kit Wilson's name on there and put on the bottom of it, saying bad poetry to Obafemi. That would be hilarious.
Right.
But yeah,
Well,
Kit Wilson's going to get destroyed next week.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Because I'll keep going just a second.
Caldon says Jade does not want to be there. She wants movies and to be social media star like Logan Paul. So basically, swap roles. Logan Paul, Logan Paul has really like transitioned into a wrestler.
Hey.
So like, it's good to see him on there. Hat's in a phone call, so let him do his thing. And
I muted.
We'll sit here and chat some wrestling. Logan does want to be a wrestler, and Jade, like you said, wants to be a movie star and things like that. And you're not muted, by the way.
Okay, just a second.
I think that I wouldn't have been mad if they would have gave the title to Jordan Grace tonight. That way, Jade could go on and do whatever they're wanting her to do. But I have a feeling that Hat's right on that, and it's going to be something to do with Bianca Belair coming back around Jade. I don't know. What do you all think? Like, Logan needs to go. Sorry, cannot stand him. Dark Tree, it takes a while to actually like hone your craft, and he's starting to actually hone his pretty well. I don't see him being like a main event contender, but like he done really well when he was a U.S. champion. I could see him maybe going to Intercontinental champion. I see that. And honestly and truthfully, I just if he ever goes to actually be main event status, I just don't see that. He's a jerk. He's a horrible human being, but he can actually go and puts in the work. He can put in the work, and he's not the greatest person in the world. You're absolutely right, but he does know how to do the work. He's done some killer spots in his time. The fact that he uses like the meta glasses or the drone and stuff like that to do like the big spots on the announcer's table from the top rope and stuff like that, like you don't have anybody else really doing that, so it's impressive to see. Dark Tree says, I get that. I just do not like him as a person overall. And that's fair. Like, honestly and truthfully... Go ahead.
Apparently, I was coming through the wrong mic. I'm sorry.
You're good. He's doing all the work, but without the personality, it does not matter. And you're right. Having him in the vision right now is probably the best thing for him, so he can hone the mic skills and things like that he needs. That way, like right now, the way it's working, he's not really wrestling. When he is, it's in like, 6-man tags, tag team match, something like that, to where he's not going to be like solely involved. So if they keep him going the way he's going right now, might be okay.
Maybe, but we're talking about Logan Paul, right? I was trying to keep up. Logan Paul, he's got that background where he's got all that social media, and that's cool.
Amen, Caledon.
But at the same time, it's not enough to make you a full-time wrestler, although to give him credit, because I need to give credit where credit's due. For the past couple of years, he has been a mainstay on the roster.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to say, oh, well, Logan Paul's just a part-timer. Oh, well, Logan Paul's bullshit. Because Logan Paul's been there every week putting in the work. So, again, there's worse. We've got worse champions than Logan Paul.
Right.
Yep, I said it. I know I said it.
All right, so let's go over what we got found out for next week. Next week, the Elimination Chamber qualifier matches. On the women's side, we have Charlotte Flair taking on Nia Jax, taking on Kiana James.
Yeah, listen, that's Flair all the way.
That's going to be a bad match, guys.
Yeah.
On the men's side
Kiana
of things,
James
though,
is gonna get hurt.
Yeah. One of the two is going to hurt somebody. But on the men's side of things, though, we are going to have an interesting match as we have Carmelo Hayes, Damian Priest, and Trick Williams. You put Williams twice. Trick Williams. Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
We get a Drew McIntyre interview. Sami Zayn interrupts. Drew was nice to Sami. Tells him this could be his big night.
Yeah.
Flair all the way. Chamber is going to come down to her and Bliss for the win. Yeah, I think you're right, and I think it's where the frenemies split, which is not bad. They've ran their course. I think this will be a good point for them to go their separate ways.
It's been what, 6 months?
Give or take. Yeah, since Mania.
Thank you, Aspie. Aspie says Logan Paul needs a much larger size than 12 up his ass. Yeah, that's great.
Maybe we can get Shaq. He's got a 24.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
All right, guys. So main event of the evening was the men's chamber qualifier match. It was Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. These three look great. Lots of all-around good spots. Super high tension because all three of these guys should be in the chamber. Sami kept pointing out the Mania sign. Sami kept being the underdog that wouldn't die. Cody hit the Cody Cutter. Jacob went to steal it, and Drew McIntyre Claymore Jacob. Drew then put Jacob through the announce table. Claymore to Cody, and he places Sami on Cody. Cody kicks out. Hell of a kick to Drew. Crossroads to Sami for Cody to win. Drew failed. Let's talk about that for a minute. Like I told you when I got on, the last 5 minutes of that segment, that whole thing, the whole part of Drew coming in, honestly and truthfully, that was the best part of the night. Like, everything was written out perfect. Everything was like just it ran so smoothly in the last little bit. The powerbomb through the announce table, the setup for the hell of a kick, and then the crossroads right afterwards. Like, you couldn't have scripted that any better for everything to work out the way that it did. I never did not see Cody Rhodes winning this match, honestly. I would have loved to seen Jacob Fatu in it, just because he's a big guy, he likes pain, and Elimination Chamber just sounds like it'd be right up his alley.
It would, wouldn't it? Cody definitely is the man I saw going into it. Just like next week, I see Gunther on Raw for sure. That's a hands down win for him. I hate that things went the way they did. I would have loved to have seen Cody win clean here, and he could have. I don't think it would have hurt anybody. But at the same time, Sami Zayn almost getting a victory off of Drew McIntyre's Claymore. That speaks volumes. Possible heel turn Sami?
Maybe
Not. But who knows? It's a thought, right?
Anyway, Hat says 2.5 on this show as it went off the air. I'm going to say just a little bit higher, and I'm going to say a 3.
I gotta agree. I think 3 is, well, hold on, let me think. What did I put in the notes? Because I know I wrote it down.
2.5.
Did I put a 2.5?
Mhm.
Then yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that because that was my original thought. I listen.
Dark
I
Tree
always
goes with you
rank
too.
lower than Buddha.
Yep.
Yeah. I. It's not that I don't think like Buddha's more optimistic than I am when it comes to these shows.
Try to
And
be.
and we've said that from the beginning. We've said that from the beginning. If I rank higher than Buddha, then we got a problem. Something's really off with that week. And there's only been one instance of that in the history of us doing the RevX Wrestling Review, which is about 8 months now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's a minute and 1 week, bruh. Here we are. Okay, we're several weeks into this. What? And I want to drag this out just for a few more minutes because I want to ask you, what are you looking forward to from this point forward besides the chamber? Chat, same question.
Honestly and truthfully, we need more. Well, I mean, we're not going to get many more matches until the chamber finishes. That's when we're going to start filling the card. So honestly and truthfully, that's what I really look forward to is seeing what the feel of the card's going to be for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can't answer those questions until Chamber's over with because they're gonna use that month and a half basically that they have to build as much as they can for Vegas Part 2 basically.
So Dark Tree answers in the chat, and he says the completion of storylines at Mania. Dark Tree, what I'm asking specifically is which ones, like which storylines are you most excited about being completed? That Mania is the Super Bowl, and we all know this. But when it comes down to who's going to be what face is going to win over what heel's going to win over what face, what is it you're most excited for going into the Mania card from what we know right now? For me,
Lee.
I'm Lynch Lee is a good shout, but I'm actually going to say Punk and Roman because I'll praise your tribal chief.
You know that's where we're going to differ at, right?
Oh wow.
I do not want to see Roman Reigns, but I have a feeling he will win, just because the last few years that he's been in the Mania match, he's lost, so he's due for a big win.
Do you know how long Punk's contract was? Because I don't.
Dark Tree says, "Sorry, not going to happen. Punk retains." See, I want the same thing, Dark Tree. Want the same thing to happen. But sadly, I do have to agree with Hat.
You and I are going to agree to disagree, Dark Tree. And that's fine. You know I love
you.
Tell
the part-timer to go away.
Well, to be fair, if Punk wasn't the champion right now, I think he would be a part-timer as well.
Okay, let's touch on that for a second. If Punk wasn't the champion right now, who would be?
Gunther.
Think so?
100%. 100%.
Gunther hadn't came back yet when Punk won the title, though.
Punk originally beat Gunther for the title.
Right, but
Seth cashed in.
Gunther busted his septum in his nose. That's why he was out for so long, is letting it heal.
Sure. But Gunther's the only one on Raw that has the testicular fortitude, if you will. And no, I don't want that either, Dark Tree. I'm not saying I want Gunther as champion. Who do I think would be champion if it wasn't Punk? Gunther. Hands down.
Okay, so let's touch on that a little more. Gunther has his qualifying match on Raw, which we all think he's going to win. Does he actually win Elimination Chamber and go to Mania to take on Drew?
No, it's Cody's.
Think so?
Cody's. 100%. 100%. Cody and Drew.
See, I'm sorry to say this. I really am sorry to say this, but I really don't want to see that again.
No one does. But that's what we're going to get. That is they're notorious for giving us the things we don't want and then pushing it down our face until we eat it. Like, that is exactly what they do. Yeah, that's it, Dark Tree. Part 1000. Caledon agrees. Dark Tree agrees. I know it's not what you guys truly want deep down in the bottom of your hearts. What I would like to see is Sami Zayn conquering Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to
That
happen.
would be amazing. No, it's not, because he lost his qualifier tonight. Unless he gets a losers match, which they might do that still.
Caledon, you and me and Hat, all three are hoping
Yeah.
for this match to take place. Yes.
Although I got to tell you, you know what I heard tonight? Where Brock Lesnar is in, or I'm sorry, where LA Knight is interfering with the Vision so much, Paul Heyman is going to incite the rage of Brock Lesnar onto LA Knight, and that's his opponent at Mania.
I wouldn't be too mad seeing that
Uh,
either.
I don't want to see that. I'd rather see Obafemi.
I'd rather much see Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, two big fucking massive behemoths going at it. But I wouldn't be mad about
Listen,
Brock
Dark
Lesnar
Tree.
against LA Knight. I wouldn't be mad about that.
This is a good point for Oba to get some credit to be a main eventer. Like, if he beats Brock Lesnar at Mania, Obafemi's up there at the top of the card. Hands down. Hands down. That's the only way it works.
But Caledon,
He's just
who do you see
squashing
getting
anybody
that
else.
first? You say LA Knight needs a big win at some point too, just like Sami Zayn. Who do you see getting the big win first? LA Knight or Sami Zayn?
That's a good question. That's a good
I
question.
want to see
And
Oba and
guys,
Brock.
do remember.
LA Knight, yeah. See, I 100% agree with you on it. I believe LA Knight will. I believe he'll get that call sometime within the year. Really.
I am going to throw this up, but we're close to the end of the show, so just be aware that next week, if you guys want to, there is a command in the chat. It is !stage. It will direct you directly to the RevX Wrestling Review stage. No shortcuts, straight there. You can be able to raise your hand and ask questions. But again, this week we're approaching the end of the show, so not going to open it up this week. But next week, if you guys are interested, we'd more than welcome to take callers and have viewers come up and speak their piece while we're doing these reviews. We enjoy that kind of conversation. That's the whole point.
I want
We
a
want
match where they have to
wrestling.
reinforce the ring for sure. Dark Tree, that would be cool as shit. Fully reinforced steel and everything else. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, and again, what we really try to aspire here, and Buddha and I, you've talked about this till we're blue in the face. We've had quite a few people on.
Oh yeah.
I know. I think we had Caledon on once. We might not have.
Oh, I
know we
agree
had
with
C
that.
Engineering on.
Caledon,
I know
I
we
agree
had,
with that.
I know we had a couple of people on, but nobody's came on in a while. And we open the stage every week for people to come up and chit chat with us. So please be aware that that is an option. You guys are not limited to the stream chat. You are also have the availability to come up on Discord, and just like we do in my STFC streams, open mic night. That is key. Chef's kiss. But I'll quit running my mouth about it now. I'm just trying to say that's what we want to do. And before too long, there might come a point where we can start doing some giveaways and stuff, because, that's a thing. That's a thing we want. But we're not there right yet. Just if some things work out, like I've been working on something, we'll see what we can do. Maybe give away some merch down the road. Buddha, do you got any final thoughts?
This was a lot better week for WWE than last week was, for sure. Last week was probably our lowest scores ever on the RevX Wrestling Review, so being able to give... I gave a solid 3 for the week. Hat gave a solid 2.75 for the week. So...
Yeah, hands down.
Like, it's been a decent week for wrestling over all in all. But with that, guys, I think that's going to do it for the stream tonight. We thank everybody for coming on. Caledon, Darktree, Aspie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Royal, thank
Yes.
you all for being on. Thank you all for offering your comments and stuff like that. Make sure, if you didn't catch this live, we do have YouTube channels, both myself and Hat. We also have a podcast that this goes on, that goes on YouTube. So if you didn't catch it live, you can catch the podcast. So good to watch.
I didn't know that was a thing, Dark Tree, to answer you there before we take off.
What did you
I
feel
didn't
on
know that
TKO
was a
shutting
thing.
down all the watch parties for Mania? Oh, within a certain distance of Vegas, I remember seeing something about that. Honestly and truthfully, I don't see that to be a bad thing. Like, they're doing that to protect ticket sales.
I guess that makes sense. What do you mean, like bars and shit?
Yeah. Yeah, they're blocking
Okay.
watch parties so that more people will buy tickets in close proximity. I think
I
that's a
mean,
smart
as
idea,
far
honestly.
to protect their ticket sales, yeah. But
Hmm.
as far as you or me are concerned, I know that that's not anywhere near our jurisdiction.
No.
Uh, you, I live in Kentucky, and you live not far from me, but not in the same state. Um, we definitely don't have to worry about watch parties being shut down in our area.
Dark Tree, I don't see them making. I don't see them getting it worldwide, especially since
Yeah,
a lot of places offer that because they're the only place that maybe has that availability. So I don't think they'll be able to block it worldwide, but
well,
like the within a 50-mile radius of Vegas, yeah, I see them. I see them being able to lock that down pretty good.
yeah. Worldwide, it's too hard to enforce, man. Way too hard.
All
Uh,
right.
yeah, but I think that does it for us, man. So,
Like we said, we want to thank everybody for coming on. We greatly appreciate it. We will be live again next Friday night with another RevX Wrestling review, taking Raw, SmackDown, and any wrestling news that might happen during the week. Until then, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. I'm Buddha. That's Hat. Later. Peace out.
stay frosty, y'all. Bye, guys. Did you see that?